About 3 days ago, I left the city of Sisaket and headed off in search of the temple built out of 1,000,000 beer bottles, and I found it. Watch the last video. But the last time I was here, I was staying north of here in the quieter end in a hotel that was just outside the city centre, about 40 minutes walk, and the plan was to come back here, go straight to the train and go somewhere else. But as I was leaving, I found out that there is plenty to see on this side of the city. So I've stayed here for one night. I got here about an hour ago. It is mid-afternoon, so I haven't got long left to go and see everything I want to see. But it's all this way. Now, it is about a 20-minute walk to where I want to be. And because of the time of day, I am going to get a Grab bike taxi and take me down there. So I've just been dropped off. Only cost 31 baht to get here. And this is a massive park which is recommended online to come and see. Now this morning was a bit of a lazy one, having a quiet, relaxing day off yesterday, and I left Khmer, the last town I was in, pretty late. The bus down here cost 45 baht, and it was in about an hour and a half to get here. And I found a hotel last night which I booked online, just trying to work out where to go. I'm sure the map told me to go up this way. So the hotel I'm staying in is 450 baht, about £10 a night. Nothing special, does this job. That's what I'm looking for. Look at that. So this is an island and it's a public park in the centre of it, and as you can see there is a tower where you can go up, look over whatever's up there, but it's also an aquarium. There's a temple over there. Now it is rainy season at the moment, as you can see, dark clouds. I've been lucky with the weather for the last 2 days, so I'm hoping there's going to be no rain. Now today's a Sunday, so I was expecting lots of people, lots of kids. Very quiet. But yeah, we'll get to the end. See you there. I'm halfway over, and just there I think there's a busker or someone just very happy to play his guitar to himself. Random. Hello. You okay? Good. He's happy. So to get onto this island here, there's only 2 bridges. So there's this one, there's one just further on around the corner there. And I'm trying to find out online on Google Maps the name of this island. It's all in Thai. I guess that's because they don't get that many Westerners come to the city, apart from me. And as you make an entrance into the park from the mainland, a big massive sign saying no pets allowed down here. And then you got these type of gates on the entrance to the island and one on the other side, which I'm guessing there's some wild animals on here. Ooh, could be exciting. Now, the place itself looks like it's well maintained, and just over there is like a dome. Turn the camera around. So I don't know if there's anything in there. I can't see anything from over here. I am keen to get to the tower. As I said, it was a lazy morning, late start getting back to Sisaket, and what time is it now? It's coming up to 3:30 in the afternoon. So time is tight, and the tower is just over there. And here it is. And I think the entrance is up here. There's cars. How do they get on the island? So that's it there. Observation deck at the top. Doors looks like it's all closed. Oh no. Right. That looks like it was built in the 70s. Still confused why there's a car park and how cars get on here, unless it's the other bridge. So I have carried walking all the way around. There seems to be no entrance into it, so it must be closed. And I don't know if it's because it's a Sunday. There's a path. Let's follow the path. Well, this looks a bit more hopeful. This might be the proper entrance. Automatic slide door. And there's aircon. Hi. I think it's a museum with lots of photographs. There is a lift to go upstairs. It's cost 30 baht to come in. Who knew Superman came from the city? Obviously there's just lots of photographs from the city, I'm assuming. There is a bit of bump, all in Thai. I mean, it's cheap. And all I want to do is go upstairs to the 16th floor, which is where you can see the whole of the city. Um, it feels like I am the only person that's in here. I do hear voices. Yeah, it's all in Thai, so for me it'd be just looking at photographs. I mean, I don't know where the lift is. Oh, it's this. Right, let's go to the lift. Right, I'm now on the 16th floor. And there's kids. And you do get a good view. So in the background just down there, and I did a little look at this. This is Sisaket United Stadium, and it's pretty recent-ish, even though it looks a bit old. It seats about 9,500 people. The team itself is only about 4-year-old, 5-year-old kids. And then you just go around. There you go, that's the bridge I came over. You can just see the guy doing the busking, playing his guitar. I'm just trying to work out, that is the main city down there. And they are in the south. You can just see the dome down there as well. Now the reason I didn't do much the last time I came down, as I said, I was in north of the train station. When you go online to search for this place, everything is in Thai. There's hardly any Western English information, and that is because hardly any Western tourism comes here. My watch trying to talk was there, but yeah, there's hardly any Western tourism in the northeastern Thailand, which is a shame because there is still much to see around here. Right, that is the temple I pointed at earlier, and you can just see the bridge down there, and it's actually a road as well. That's how the cars got on. And as you look around, actually it's all in English as well, telling you what you can see from this area. So that looks like where we're going to go next, and then the aquarium is further up. And what we'll try and do is walk to the edge of the island and see if we can get a decent photograph view of the stadium. Well, there you go. That is Sisaket, the view. So obviously I'm trying to get my money's worth of my 30 baht entrance fee. So I've just found this area on the bottom floor, and it's just very cloudy looking blue skies. But as you walk into the individuals pods, there's actually information in English about the town, the city, the province. So Sisaket, it says here 70% of the province is rice farms, most of which grow high quality jasmine rice. 70%. It's more famous for the volcanic durian, and that's what it looks like. It tastes very nice. I had some in the last place because they sold it everywhere. It consists of modern urban communities. Well done. So yeah, there is some English. And I did find that as I was going upstairs around that floor, they were just showing you a lot of people that's famous from coming from around here. Economic structure, all very exciting. These look happy people, look at them. Tourism. Sisaket has many tourist attractions across its areas as the land of ancient Khmer temples, and it does have lots of interesting places around in this area that Westerners don't know about, and they should actually come down here. The more you delve into this place, not just the centre, the more there is more English. And it's telling you more about the history of the place. There is various temples in the surrounding areas. Quite fascinating. But when they do describe all this, like it's a picture of what you will see, but carved into the rock, and then a description in English. Built around the mid-10th, 11th century. And there is lots of things around this area, and within this museum, I assume it is, it's got a lot of English. Fascinating. So that was interesting. Learn a bit more about the city. Probably forget everything within the next sort of week, but I'm back out and I'm by the waterfront. Got some steps going down, and it's just a very quiet area. Usually on a Sunday in parks, Southeast Asia, it's just full of people with picnics, chilled out. It's not a lot of people here at all. And it looks like it's not really being looked after. I don't know. I mean, it's got so much potential. At least there's no wild dogs around here. So it's a bit busier this side of the island. There's a few stalls selling food and drink. So this might be, this is the aquarium. But even then, not many people around. Now it is coming up to 4:05. I think it's closed by that sign there. Yeah, 4 o'clock. Oh, look at the size of them. close up. Yo, big. Wow. The aquarium still looks like it was built a couple of decades ago. I have seen pictures of what it looks like inside. It looks impressive, but I did say I was going to try and get to the edge of the island to have a look at the stadium, and I think it's somewhere down here. And with the main road coming onto the island, I don't think there is any wild animals around here, because they would just go that way, wouldn't they? But I think I can just make out the stadium through the trees, and there it is. I mean, it looks nothing like a stadium at this level, apart from the floodlights up there. It looks better from up the top of the tower. Oh well. And this island itself, it's actually quite big. It's bigger than what I thought it'd be. When you look at the map, it's just like a little blob. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head over to the main bridge that I came over on and try and get a grab taxi back into the centre, and then just give you a quick insight into the city of Sisaket. Just come off the island. The guy was there with the guitar still playing, but I've just realised that this here is a running track and a cycle path that takes you all the way around the whole of the island. And if you wanted to get a bike to hire, there's plenty here. So I guess you could go all the way around towards the stadium. I mean, it's a long distance. Long distance. This was the original part I came through when I first got dropped off. And so obviously the durian fruit is big. See this a few times around. Figurines out of it. Right, grab taxi. I'm now back in town, and yeah, if you looked at my previous video, I'm going to try and cross this road even though the lights are on green. But when you compare north of the train station to this end, the south end, there is such a big difference. There's coffee shops, there's restaurants, it's more cityfied. I like it. Now there is plenty more to see around here. You would have to hire a bike and get out of the city, and I'm sure there's plenty of places you could hire them. Temples, cliff edges, so much. And within the city itself there is a fair bit to see, although all I've done is just the island itself, which is really what I wanted to go and see. But yes, Sisaket, it's not a bad place to come to. There is things to do. But tomorrow I'll be leaving. I'm going on the train to, I think, a place called Ubon Ratchathani. It's about an hour and a half's train ride away from here. Hoping to get away as early as I can. However, I need to do a 10k run before I go for some reason. But if you've enjoyed this video, then all you've got to do is press that like button. If you want to see what the next place is going to be like, then all you've got to do is subscribe. If you want to share this video with people who are interested in seeing the world, seeing Southeast Asia, then all you got to do is press that share button and share away. But until the next time, bye bye for now.